What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Nerdy Mark channel. I am Sid, the Nerdy Mark, and this is my extremely late review of FyterFest. Now, why did I not do a review of FyterFest earlier this week? Well, a couple of reasons. First of all, we kind of I was supposed to do it on Armbar Audio, but I had some scheduling conflicts, mainly work, because I work 9 to 5, and they can kind of have hours that are a little bit more, I guess I don't want to say flexible, but their hours are a little bit different than mine. They don't work a set the same set of hours every week. Well, I do, so there's that. But that was one, and number two, I just didn't get time. I was just really tired this week, and it's not, I'm not like depressed or anything. It's still, like I said, it's the adjustment period, and as I mentioned that I might miss an upload here or there. Here you go. But I wanted to make it up to you guys because I felt really bad. So I thought I'd go ahead and give you guys my very quick thoughts on each of the matches for FyterFest. But going forward, do not fret, do not worry. We'll have this all sorted out, because starting from Fight for the Fallen and for AEW's All Out, predictions or who should win versus who will win on the Nerdy Mark channel, and then I will be on Armbar Audio to do the review for that particular pay-per-view all the way up until October, depending on what pay-per-views they announce. So anyway, why don't we go ahead and just dive right in. Let's get into FyterFest. I love this show. I like the show a lot, by the way. I thought it was really good. Wasn't nearly as good as Double or Nothing, because Double or Nothing was just spectacular, but this was a good show. I thought it was a pretty good show. I really enjoyed it. So, but let's just dive right in. Let's talk about all these matches. So Best Friends versus Private Party versus SCU in a triple threat tag team match. Winner does get a buy-in for a shot at the AEW Tag Team Championship. So we might see some tag team titles revealed in the near future. I'm really excited about that, and that'll be at All Out. It's a first round in the Tag Team Championship tournament, so that was pretty cool. I thought this was a great match. I think this was the best match on the buy-in or on the pre-show, whatever you want to call it. Just Private Party, first time seeing them. Very, very impressed with both these guys. Isaiah, I forget their last names, but Mark Quinn and Isaiah Cassidy. I'm just reading here, Isaiah Cassidy, both really good. But of course, Best Friends did pin Private Party to get into this tournament, and then of course we have the Dark Order show up afterwards on the Titantron and kind of threaten the Best Friends. So that's an interesting storyline going on. But really liked this match. Really liked where this is going. Let's move on to the second match of the buy-in / pre-show, which is Allie versus Leva Bates, aka the Librarian. She, of course, is accompanied to the ring by Peter Avalon, the other Librarian, who is basically trying to help her out. Now, one thing that confused me was that this was originally supposed to be a match between Leva Bates and Kylie Ray. However, they changed it last minute to Allie with no explanation. So I was like, okay, fine, and no disrespect to Allie, man. I like Allie. I think she's great. She even brought out elements of Dark Allie in this match, and this was okay. It wasn't a fantastic match. It wasn't anything spectacular. It was fine. Brandy does watch this match on the TV. She's not, which is just weird because she's not looking at it like this. She's looking at it, like how I'm looking at the camera. So that was interesting to see that, wow, you can actually watch TV like this. Anyway, they actually did make fun of WWE on this week's Being the Elite for Brandy Rhodes watching the match like that. So and that was cool. Go check that out when you can. But this was okay. Avalon did kind of try to get involved, but Allie did win with the super kick and won against Leva Bates. So yeah, this was fine. This was an okay match. Didn't really care. Then we got the Michael Nakazawa versus Alex Jabali in a hardcore match. I thought this was my least favorite match of the night. Didn't really care much for this one. I mean, I personally, those those Legos, not the Legos, just like the the building block, the Lego like building blocks with Jabali's face on it. I'm like, come on, dude, that's a little much. But Nakazawa did win, which makes sense because I don't know, Nakazawa is actually a wrestler. So yeah, this was kind of a throwaway match. I didn't really like this one. I didn't really like this match. So yeah, but it is what it is. But let's move on. Finally, we got the main card. We had Chima taking on Christopher Daniels. A very good match. I like this a lot. Very impressed with Chima. Looking forward to see what he does in AEW. This part again, I said this in my Double or Nothing review, but the partnership between OWE and AEW seems to be a very fruitful one because Chima is amazing. But Chima did win this match with a Meteora. So it says Chima hit Daniels with a hanging neckbreaker powerbomb off the top rope and a Meteora for a win. So yeah, basically a Meteora for the win. Really good match. Really liked it. Really excited for Chima versus Kenny Omega at Fight for the Fallen. That's going to be a good match. Next we had Riho taking on versus Yuka Sakazaki versus the Native Beast Nyla Rose. Another really good match. I thought it was good. I thought it was a fine match for what it was. Nyla Rose is a fantastic wrestler. I think she's amazing. I thought she was great. Kind of expected Awesome Kong to show up maybe, but maybe that was just wishful thinking. But yeah, Riho did eventually roll up Nyla Rose to win the match, and we had Rose trying to attack Riho, but Yuka and Riho fend off Rose, and Yuka tries to extend an olive branch to Riho, which Riho does vehemently reject. So leaving poor old Yuka Sakazaki very sad in the ring. So, pretty good match, really good match. But hopefully we see Nyla Rose versus Awesome Kong, maybe an All Out. That would be pretty cool. Next up, we have the Fatal 4-Way match. We had Hangman Page taking on the Salt of the Earth himself, MJF, versus Jimmy Havoc versus Jungle Boy. Great stuff here. I really, really liked it. Kip Sabian was on commentary, and he was going to face the winner of this match at Fight for the Fallen. Good stuff here. MJF doing some great heel work. He heals on the crowd because, it's CEO, so it's a bunch of nerds like myself. He talks about how he used to love video games, but then he lost his virginity, so he doesn't care about video games anymore. Okay, fine. Anyway, really like this match a lot. MJF just being the chicken shit heel he is. Jimmy Havoc doing some stuff. I wish Jimmy Havoc had that staple gun and then stapled that Burberry scarf onto MJF's head. That would have been fun. But however, we did finally have Hangman Page, who of course had a great showing, as well as Jungle Boy. Luchasaurus didn't really get involved, but he still helped a little bit. So anyway, the match did end with Hangman Page hitting the Deadeye onto Jimmy Havoc and pins him to win the match. Looks like we're still building towards MJF and Hangman Page somewhere down the road. And then, of course, in 2 months, Hangman Page will face Chris Jericho for the AEW Heavyweight Championship. That's going to be great. But also, Kip Sabian will be taking on MJF at Fight for the Fallen. That should be a good match. So let's move on. Next up, we had Cody versus Darby Allin in a 20-minute time limit match. Good stuff here. Good psychology. Cody toyed with Darby Allin for quite a bit, but Darby Allin was having none of it. He basically just beat the living hell out of Cody for a very long time. But then, of course, they both really took each other to the limit. But finally, Cody did hit a crossroads to All In. However, time ran out for Mr. Rhodes, so he could not get the 1, 2, 3 on time. So the match was a time limit draw. Good way to keep Darby Allin strong. So I didn't really want him to lose this match, just because Darby, because I don't want Cody is the executive vice president of AEW. Didn't really want him being kind of like in the Hogan Hall or Nash role. I don't want him to be like the Kevin Nash of AEW. So, and I don't think he's going to be. So that's good. Good match here. Of course, the big story coming out of this is that Shawn Spears, the former Ty Dillinger, came in and hit Cody across the head with a steel chair. Now later on, Tony Khan did say that that was not a plan. He didn't know about the chair shot to the head, and he had no idea about it. I'm thinking this was a thing between Cody and Shawn. I think Cody said, come over here and hit me across the head with a chair. Who knows what the follow-up of this is going to be? You never know. We'll see what happens as time goes on. I'm pretty sure we're going to have Cody versus Shawn at All Out. So, or MJF versus Shawn at All Out. Who knows? But anyway, let's move on. Oh, shoot. Sorry. And then my computer now decides to freeze up on me. So that was great. Anyway, let's go on to the official final match of the night, which was Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks taking on the Lucha Brothers and Laredo Kid in 6-man action. The Bucks came out. Matt and Nick Jackson came out as Ryu and Ken respectively, and then Kenny Omega came out as my favorite Street Fighter character, Akuma. My favorite wrestler coming out as my favorite Street Fighter character. What more do I want from this pay-per-view? This immediately just took this pay-per-view just all the way up. I loved this match as well. Great match. All 6 guys doing everything they can to do just amazing stuff here. We had a really cool spot where the Luchas hit triple super kicks onto Kenny and the Bucks, and then the Elite came back with a Hadouken, a triple Hadouken. That was awesome. Good to see that move coming back from Kenny Omega. He hasn't used that in a very long time, so that was pretty cool. Justin Roberts, when the match started, Justin Roberts did say a round 1 fight, so that was pretty cool. But it was great. However, the match ended when Kenny Omega hit the one-winged angel, which we haven't seen in a very long time, onto Laredo Kid, and won the match for Kenny and the Bucks. This was great. Now, this was the official end of the match, but then Justin Roberts did mention that the lights will go off and come back on, and we will have our final match of the night, which is a non-sanctioned match between Joey Janella and Jon Moxley. Very good match. Really entertaining. Expected a little bit more blood from this match, I'm not going to lie. But they did introduce a lot of weapons. They had a steel chair, tables, of course, a steel chair wrapped in barbed wire, a couple of cardboard sheets or some sort of sheets with barbed wire on them. There was some blood. It was great. It was good stuff. Could have been a little bit more brutal for my taste. Maybe I'm just a sadist. I don't know. But hey, man, these two are sadistic people, and they should be shitting all the blood. Anyway, there was a point where Joey Janela flips off Jon Moxley. Sorry, I'm getting texts on here. Sorry about that. And then Jon Moxley, you could hear him mouth. He's like, and excuse my language, I don't like swearing too much, but he's like, he gave me the bird, that motherfucker. I was like, oh my god, that was awesome. This is the Jon Moxley that I wanted to see, and this made me beg the question, what the hell is a Dean Ambrose? Anyway, this was a great match though. I liked it. People chanted "you sick fuck." I'm just gonna say it. It's fine. I don't like to swear so much, but still. Anyway, I think it was great. And then Jon Moxley came out and took a bow when they all chanted that. So that was good stuff. But however, Jon Moxley did produce 2 bags of thumbtacks. Power, basically atomic dropped Joey Janela onto them, and finally hit no longer the dirty deeds, but now the paradigm shift on to Joey Janela to finally win the match. After the match, Kenny Omega came out and completely destroyed the crap out of Jon Moxley, hitting him with the blow up flamingos, the guitar, the drums, that the band was supposed to have. Went out, came back in with a trash can and bashed Jon Moxley across the face. And Jon actually was smiling at all this because he apparently awakens the darker side of Kenny Omega. I mean, Kenny Omega was Akuma, and Akuma is, known as the demon, is basically demon in Japanese, so, or something like along those lines. Anyway, this was a great end to the show. I thought it was fantastic. Can't wait for Jon Moxley versus Kenny Omega at All Out. So overall, really good show. Couple of matches which I thought were but those were anyway on the pre-show, so that's fine. I mean, it's still part of the whole show. So I will say that the Ali versus Leva Bates and the Jabali Nakazawa matches were really, I didn't really like those at all. I mean, Ali versus Leva Bates was okay, but the hardcore match between Nakazawa and Jabali, I just didn't like them at all. I just didn't like that match at all. But anyway, my favorite match of the night was definitely the 6-man tag match, Kenny and the Bucks versus the Lucha Bros and Laredo Kid. Not just because they dressed up in Street Fighter garb, it was because it was a damn good match. So fantastic stuff all around. As far as the final rating goes, I give FyterFest a thumbs up. So that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching this late review of FyterFest. Again, I really apologize. But let me know in the comments below what you guys thought about this pay-per-view. And also, look out for my review for, AEW's Fight for the Fallen coming up with Armbar Audio and then the projections on this channel. Also, I will be doing a live stream this Thursday for NXT N205 Live. I want to talk about a couple of news things anyway. And also, I'm kind of busy on Wednesday, so I won't be able to record. Sorry. Again, I'll probably miss an upload, like I said. But I will do it live on Thursday, so be on the lookout for that. But with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. So yeah, on July 4th, right before we see the fireworks, don't worry. I'll let you guys go and see the fireworks and all that. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Again, thank you for putting up with me in this adjustment period, like I said. But until then, this is Sid signing off. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.